Welcome. You are here. You have found your way here, into this quiet, dimly lit space, because you are hurting. Please do not rush to change anything just yet. Do not rush to heal. Do not rush to fix the pieces. Just lie back. Allow the floor or the bed beneath you to completely support your weight. Let it hold you. It is 3 a.m. Look around the room in your mind's eye. The world outside your window is wrapped in a heavy velvet darkness. The streets are empty. The houses are silent. The entire hemisphere of this earth has surrendered to sleep. But not you. Inside your room, there is a profound, echoing silence. You can hear the faint, distant hum of the refrigerator. Perhaps the quiet, rhythmic ticking of a clock. Perhaps the sound of the wind gently brushing against the glass. And inside your chest, there is a storm. I know you are suffocating right now. Every breath you draw in feels incredibly sharp, as if you are swallowing glass. Your chest feels as though it is being crushed under the weight of a stone. Your throat is tight. You feel an emptiness in the pit of your stomach, a hollow, aching void that radiates outward, numbing your arms and making your legs feel as heavy as lead. I know. I know exactly how much it hurts. Take a very slow, gentle breath in through your nose. Hold it for just a moment, suspended in the dark. And exhale slowly through your mouth. Let it fall out of you. You opened this video. You sought out this voice in the absolute dead of night because you are exhausted. You are so completely, totally, and utterly exhausted. You are exhausted from the performance of the day. From the moment the sun comes up, you put on a mask. You smile at strangers. You engage in conversations. You fulfill your duties at work. You nod and you speak, and you pretend that the foundation of your world has not just collapsed beneath your feet. Holding that mask up takes a monumental Herculean amount of energy. It drains the marrow from your bones. And then the sun goes down. The distractions fade away. Your friends go to sleep. The television is turned off. The glowing screen of your phone goes dark. And suddenly it is just you, alone in this room, staring at the ceiling, fighting a ghost. The ghost of a memory. The ghost of a voice. The ghost of a future you were absolutely certain you were going to live. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Let your jaw soften. Unclench your teeth. Let your tongue float easily in your mouth. There is no one here to perform for. You do not need to be strong right now. You do not need to be brave. You do not need to have it all figured out. If you need to weep, let the tears fall. Let them track hot and heavy across your temples and absorb into your pillow. Let the grief wash over you like a dark, heavy tide. It is entirely okay to be broken right now. The pain you are experiencing is not a sign of weakness. It is not a flaw in your character. It does not mean you are incapable of independence. What you are feeling is a profound biological shock. When we love someone deeply, when we intertwine our daily habits, our secrets, our vulnerabilities and our bodies with theirs, they become our safe haven. From the time we are infants, our nervous systems are designed to seek out an attachment figure, someone to whom we can run when the world feels dangerous. When we are distressed, our biology triggers an alarm, a profound separation anxiety, commanding us to find that specific person for comfort and soothing. In your adult life, your partner became that figure. They were the one your nervous system recognized as home. So now, when you are in the greatest pain of your life, when your mind is reeling and your heart is shattered, every single cell in your body is screaming out to go to the one person who knows how to comfort you. But they are the one person who is no longer there. Your biology is searching for a home that has been dismantled. You are experiencing a state of deep, primal protest and despair. The agonizing tension in your chest is simply your body trying to bridge a gap across an ocean of empty space. Feel that space right now. Acknowledge it. Do not run from it. Do not try to fill it with frantic thoughts or desperate plans. Just observe it. Like looking into a vast, dark, quiet cavern. Breathe into the emptiness. Breathe out and let your body sink just a fraction of an inch deeper into your mattress. Notice the weight of your arms. Notice the weight of your legs. You are safe. Even in this crushing pain, in this exact second, sitting in the stillness of the night, you are physically safe. The bed is holding you. The floor is holding the bed. The earth is holding the floor. You are breathing. Your heart, though it feels broken, is still beating, steadily, dutifully, rhythmically in your chest. Thump, thump. Thump, thump. Listen to the silence of the room. Let it be a blanket that wraps around you. In this profound stillness, I want to introduce a gentle truth to your weary mind. A truth from the ancient Buddhist masters of the East. It is a concept known as Anicca, impermanence. We are taught from the time we are very small to seek out happily ever after. We are conditioned by fairy tales, by movies, by love songs, to believe that when we find something beautiful, it is supposed to last forever. We build massive, rigid expectations around the people we love. We freeze them in our minds. We construct an entire architecture of tomorrow, next month, and next year, entirely dependent on their presence. But the universe does not operate on permanence. Look closely at the physical world. The ancient poets tell us that the hills are shadows, and they flow from form to form, and nothing stands. Everything in existence is in a constant, flowing state of change. The seasons turn. The tide rushes in, and the tide draws back out. A flower blossoms in the morning sun, and its petals fall to the earth by dusk. Even your own body is a flowing river of energy. The cells that make up your skin, your heart, your hands, they are born and they die millions of times over. You are not a static object. You are a continuous, beautiful process. The suffering you are enduring right now, this intense, burning agony at 3 a.m., is not actually caused by the fact that they are gone. Listen closely to this. Impermanence is not itself suffering. Human beings suffer because they fail to realize that all things change. You are suffering because your deep, completely natural human desire for constancy has collided with a universe that is strictly defined by change. Desiring constancy, we think our hopes are betrayed when we fail to find stability in a world that simply cannot offer it. Imagine you are listening to a beautiful piece of music. The notes rise and fall. The melody swells, creating a gorgeous harmony that moves you to tears. But music only exists because it is transient, because the physical world is diaphanous. It's like music. When you play it, it simply disappears. There's nothing left. If a single, beautiful chord were to be sustained, forever held out without end, it would cease to be music. It would become a deafening, monotonous noise. The beauty of the melody lies precisely in its passing. One note must die away so that the next note can be born. Your relationship was a piece of music. It had a beginning. It had a swelling crescendo. It had moments of breathtaking harmony. And now, that specific movement of the symphony has reached its end. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out slowly. You're trying to hold on to a note that has already been played. You are standing in the middle of a flowing river desperately trying to clutch a handful of water. But the harder you squeeze your fists, the faster the water slips through your trembling fingers. And your hands are so tired from squeezing. Let your hands open. Right now, in the physical space of your bed, turn your palms to face the ceiling. Let your fingers curl naturally, softly. Let the imaginary water flow away. Feel the immense, profound relief of simply opening your hands. You do not have to hold on anymore. You do not have to force the universe to conform to your expectations. You do not have to fight the fundamental law of nature. It is changing. It has changed. And that is okay. You may feel a wave of panic at the thought of letting go. Your mind may scream, but if I let go, it means it's really over. If I let go, it means I have lost them forever. Acknowledge that fear. Let it be there. Let it float through your awareness, like a dark cloud passing across a midnight sky. It does not stain the sky. It simply passes through. You are not rushing to forget them. You are simply allowing reality to be exactly what it is, right here, right now, in this dark, silent room. There is no past right now. The past is a memory, an echo in the labyrinth of your brain. There is no future right now. The future is an expectation, an illusion that has not yet come to pass. There is only this single, solitary moment. There is the cool air touching the tip of your nose as you inhale. There is the warmth of the breath as you exhale over your upper lip. There is the heavy, weighted sensation of your blanket. There is the quiet, steady beating of your own resilient heart. You are here. You are experiencing the absolute ground of your being. You are encountering the void left by their absence, and you are discovering that the void will not consume you. Rest in this awareness. Allow the exhaustion to finally, truly claim your physical body. Stop fighting the heaviness in your chest, and instead, welcome it. Let your body sink. Sink down into the mattress. Sink down into the earth. Sink down into the profound, unjudging silence of the 3 a.m. world. You are enduring the painful friction between what you expected and what simply is. And what is just this moment. Breathe in the reality of change. Breathe out the exhaustion of holding on. Breathe in the vast, open space of the night. Breathe out the phantom weight of the past. You are a flowing river. You are a shifting shadow on the hills. You are a perfectly natural expression of this universe, functioning exactly as you are meant to function, hurting exactly as you are meant to hurt. There is nothing to solve tonight. There is nothing to fix. There is no one to call. There is only the breath, rising and falling, coming and going. In the next chapter, we will look closer at the hands that are clinging, and we will learn the gentle, ultimate art of the open palm. But for now, just rest. Rest your weary, aching heart in the cradle of this quiet night. Sleep, or simply breathe. You are held. You are safe. You are whole. You are still here. It is still dark. The night is still holding you. Let us look very gently and very bravely at the memories. Why do they hurt so incredibly much? A certain song plays softly in the distance. A specific scent drifts through the air. A photograph unexpectedly flashes on your screen. A phrase they used to say echoes in your mind. And suddenly, the breath is knocked completely out of you. Your stomach drops. Your throat tightens. The hollow ache in your chest flares up into a blinding, burning pain. It feels as though you are losing them all over again. In that single microsecond, the wound is entirely fresh. I know how much you dread those flashes. I know how much energy you spend trying to push the memories away, trying to lock them in a dark box at the back of your mind. But the memories are not your enemy. The image of their smile is not what is cutting you. The echo of their laugh is not what is tearing your chest apart. It is not the memory itself that causes you to suffer. It is your relationship to the memory. Logically, in the cold light of day, your rational mind knows that it is over. Your mind knows that they have walked away. But deeply, quietly, desperately, your heart refuses to believe it. Your heart is still reaching out into the empty space, hoping to touch their skin. You are caught in an agonizing internal war. You are suspended between the undeniable reality of their absence and a fierce, burning desire to pull them back into the present moment. Breathe in. Breathe out. This agonizing struggle, this tearing sensation you feel was identified thousands of years ago by the Buddhist masters. They gave it a name. They called it Upadana. Upadana is a Sanskrit word. It translates to clinging, grasping, attachment. The desperate, panicked stickiness of the human mind. Upadana is the refusal to let the river flow. When you love someone, when you experience a beautiful moment with them, it is like listening to a magnificent swelling chord of music. But music is only beautiful because it moves. It is only beautiful because it is transient. If you were to take that single beautiful chord and force the orchestra to sustain it forever, it would quickly become a deafening, unbearable noise. Your relationship played its melody. It had its time. It had its season. But Upadana clinging is the mind screaming, "Play that note again. Hold that note forever. Do not let the music change." The memories hurt because you are trying to freeze a flame. You are remembering a beautiful, living fire, but you are trying to put it in a glass jar to keep it forever. And when you close the lid, the fire suffocates. The flame dies. You are hurting because your hands are clenched shut. You are standing in the middle of a rushing, powerful stream. The water is cold and clear. And you are trying to grab the water. You are trying to squeeze it into your fists so that you can keep it. But the harder you squeeze, the faster the water escapes through your fingers. And your hands ache. Your hands are so incredibly tired from gripping. Feel the exhaustion of that grip right now. Notice how tired your mind is from holding on to a ghost. Notice how tired your spirit is from fighting the reality of this silent room. The pain is the friction between what was and what is. It is the friction of pulling against the universe. You pull and you pull and you pull. And the rope only burns your hands. Breathe into that exhaustion. It is okay that you have clung to them. It is so perfectly, beautifully human of you to want to keep the things that made you feel safe. Do not judge yourself for holding on. Do not be angry at yourself for missing them. Just observe the grabbing. Look at your own mind. See how tightly it is wrapped around the past. You are holding on to a note that has already faded into the air. In the next part of our journey tonight, we will learn how to look at what you are holding. We will look at the clenched fist, and we will find the courage together to finally let the fingers uncurl. But right now, just lie still. Acknowledge the grip. Acknowledge the ache. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring your awareness right now down to your hands. Feel your hands resting beside you in the dark. Notice the subtle, almost invisible tension hiding in your fingers. Notice how they want to curl inward. Notice the tightness in your palms, the strain in your wrists, the heavy pulling sensation echoing all the way up into your shoulders. You are holding on so tightly. Your physical body is mirroring the desperate, chronic tension of your mind. You are bracing yourself. You are pulling yourself together, tightening your muscles as if by sheer, brute physical force, you could pull the past back into the present. Let us look at what you are holding. I want you to use your mind's eye. I want you to imagine vividly what is resting inside your tightly clenched fist. The ancient teachers offered a profound metaphor for this exact kind of suffering. They said that holding on to anger, holding on to deep sadness, and holding on to the fierce injustice of a broken heart is exactly like grasping a burning coal in your bare hand. Visualize it now. Visualize it now. Imagine you have reached into the roaring, dying embers of a fire, and you have pulled out a jagged, heavy piece of coal. It is glowing with a fierce, angry, neon orange light. It pulses with heat, beating in exact rhythm with your own racing heart. You are wrapping your fingers around it. You are gripping it with all the strength you possess. Feel the searing, blistering heat against the delicate skin of your palm. Feel the intense, radiating fire biting into your nerve endings. It is agonizing. The heat travels up your arm, radiating a deep, throbbing ache into your chest. Why are you holding it? Why do you refuse to open your hand? You are holding this burning coal because your mind has convinced you of a tragic, desperate illusion. Your mind believes that if you hold on to this burning coal tightly enough, if you squeeze it with enough anger, enough grief, and enough righteous indignation, you can somehow throw it at the person who left you. You believe that the heat of your anger will somehow cross the vast, silent distance between you and burn them. You are holding on to the pain because it feels like the very last connection you have to them. The mind is incredibly stubborn. Your mind whispers to you in the dark, telling you that if you drop the coal, if you let go of the anger and the sadness, it means they got away with hurting you. Your mind tells you that letting go means the relationship never mattered. It tells you that letting go is an act of betrayal against your own love. And so you grip the coal tighter. You squeeze your fingers around the jagged, burning edges. You endure the agonizing burns, the blistering heat, the total exhaustion of your spirit, because you are waiting for them to feel the fire. You are waiting for them to realize what they have done. My dear friend, look at your hand. They do not feel the heat. They are not burning. They are somewhere else entirely. They are sleeping in another room, or walking down another street, or living another life. They have left the riverbank, and they have walked away. like the Zen monk who carried the woman across the muddy road and set her down. They have moved on, but you are still carrying the weight. You are the only one who is burning. You are only burning yourself. Every memory you obsess over, every what if you analyze, every late night scenario where you finally say the perfect words to make them understand your pain. These are just sparks flying off the coal, landing on your own skin. The anger is burning you. The sadness is burning you. The desperate need for closure is burning you. Breathe in the cool, still air of your room. Breathe out the smoke of this illusion. You are suffering from the friction between reality and your desire. You are suffering because you are trying to punish a ghost by setting yourself on fire. It is a completely natural human mistake. We all do it. We all think that the intensity of our grip proves the depth of our love. But true love, even love for yourself, cannot exist in a clenched fist. When you grip a beautiful, fragile thing too tightly, you destroy it. When you grip a burning coal, you only destroy yourself. Notice the exhaustion in your hand again. Your spiritual muscles are trembling. Your mind is so incredibly tired from maintaining this fierce, rigid resistance to the truth. You do not have to hold it anymore. You do not have to be the keeper of this pain. There is no reward for suffering the longest. There is no prize for enduring the most severe burns. The universe is not keeping a scorecard of your agony. The person you are holding this for is not coming back to extinguish the flame. Only you can do that. Only you have the power to stop the burning. And the method is so gentle, so unbelievably simple, that the anxious mind violently resists it. You do not need to fight the fire. You do not need to analyze the coal. You do not need to understand why they handed it to you in the first place. All you have to do is open your hand. Just stop gripping. Stop holding on. Let the fingers uncurl. Let the muscles of your hand soften and surrender and release. As you lie here, take a deep, soothing breath in. And as you exhale, physically open your hands where they rest on your bed. Turn your palms upward to the dark ceiling. Spread your fingers wide, letting all the tension drain out of them. Imagine the burning coal rolling off your palm. Imagine it falling away, down, 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 away from your body, disappearing into the vast, cool emptiness of the night. It is gone. Feel the cool, soothing air rush over your burned skin. Feel the magnificent, sweeping relief of an empty, open hand. You are no longer burning. You are safe. You have dropped the burning coal. You have opened your hand, and you have let the fire of your anger and your desperate need for them to understand your pain fall away into the night. But as you lie here, breathing softly in the quiet dark, you may notice that your mind is still restless. You may notice that a different kind of tension has crept back into your chest. There is another illusion we must look at, another form of Upadana, another way the exhausted mind clings to the ghost of the past. In your mind's eye, I want you to visualize another object. Imagine that in your hands you are holding a rope. It is a very thick, heavy, coarse rope. It spans across the darkness of this room, disappearing into the shadows far beyond what you can see. But this is not an ordinary rope. Woven deeply into its rough fibers are hundreds of sharp, jagged thorns. You are holding your end of this rope with both hands. You are gripping it with a fierce, desperate strength. Your knuckles are white. Your wrists are locked. Your shoulders are hunched forward, tight and trembling with effort. You are pulling. You are leaning back with all of your emotional weight, digging your heels into the ground, pulling on this rope as if your very survival depends on it. And as you pull, the sharp, rigid thorns are slicing into your palms. They are cutting into your soft skin. The friction is tearing at your hands. It is an agonizing, relentless, bleeding pain. Why are you pulling? Why do you hold on to something that causes you such excruciating agony? You are pulling because your beautiful, broken human heart believes that the person you love is on the other end of the rope. Your attachment system, that deep biological drive to maintain proximity to your safe haven, is screaming at you to pull them back. You pull, hoping to drag them back from the distance. You pull, hoping to close the vast, terrifying gap that has opened up between you. You pull because pulling feels like an action. It feels like you are doing something, anything, to save the love you built. But my dear friend, I want you to look very closely down the length of this thorny rope. Look into the shadows where it disappears. Look gently. Look bravely. There is no one there. The other end of the rope is resting silently on the ground. They have let go. They let go of their end of the rope days, weeks, or perhaps months ago. They are not pulling against you. They are not resisting you. They are simply gone. You are fighting a desperate, exhausting tug of war with absolutely no opponent. The tension on the rope is entirely your own. The only thing creating the agonizing resistance is the weight of your own memories, your own hopes, and your own refusal to accept that the other end of the line has fallen slack. The harder you pull, the deeper the thorns wound you. The tighter you grip, the more you tear your own flesh. Take a slow, deep breath into this realization. Hold it and let it go in a long, soft sigh. Your mind, panicked and afraid of the emptiness, whispers a terrifying lie to you in the dark. Your mind tells you, if I drop the rope, the connection is completely broken. If I drop the rope, it means they are really, truly gone forever. If I drop the rope, it means all the beautiful moments we shared were a lie. It means the love didn't matter. So you equate the pain in your hands with the depth of your devotion. You think that by bleeding, you are honoring the relationship. You believe that the pain of holding on is the very last piece of them that you have left to keep. But pain is not love. Bleeding is not devotion. Self-destruction is not loyalty. Letting go of this thorny rope is not about erasing the person. Listen to me very carefully. You do not have to erase them. The love you felt was absolutely real. It was a magnificent, beautiful expression of the universe. The way they laughed, the way they looked at you in the morning light, the inside jokes you shared, the warmth of their skin. Those things happened. They were real. They were a piece of music that played, and the music was gorgeous. To practice the Buddhist art of letting go, you do not need to pretend the music never played. You do not need to burn the photographs in your mind. You do not need to convince yourself that you hated them or that they were entirely flawed, just to make it easier to walk away. Letting go is much simpler than that. It is much gentler than that. Letting go simply means you stop grabbing the thorns. It means you stop pulling on a dead line. It means you allow the past to be the past, resting beautifully and tragically behind you, without trying to violently drag it into the present moment. You do not need to push the rope away. You do not need to attack it. You only need to unclench your fists. Let us do this together right now. Bring your entire conscious awareness to your arms. Notice how incredibly heavy and exhausted your arms feel. Feel the imaginary ache in your biceps, trembling from months of emotional pulling. Feel the tightness in your forearms. Feel the cramped, locked muscles in your hands and your fingers. You have fought so hard. You have tried so hard to save something that had already changed its form. You are so tired. It is time to rest. Take a deep, slow breath in through your nose, gathering up all the residual tension in your arms. And as you exhale, mentally and physically, uncurl your fingers. Let the thorny rope slip from your grasp. Drop it. Watch it in your mind's eye as it falls silently to the floor. It lands softly in the dust. It does not make a sound. Feel the immediate rushing sensation of relief flooding into your hands. The thorns are gone. The pulling has stopped. Let your hands rest completely, open palms, facing the dark, quiet ceiling of your room. Notice how light your hands feel. Notice how the cool, gentle night air brushes over your open palms, soothing the wounds, calming the ache, bringing a quiet, invisible healing to your skin. You do not have to hold on anymore. The universe does not require you to carry the weight of a dead relationship to prove that you have a good heart. There is no one pulling against you. The struggle is over. The war is done. You are no longer a person defined by who you are missing. You are no longer a person defined by the empty space beside you in the bed. You are simply a breathing, living, flowing organism, resting in a quiet room. Feel the profound, vast emptiness of your open hands. At first, an empty hand may feel strange. It may feel vulnerable. You may feel an instinct to reach out and grab something else to fill the void. Do not grab. Let the hands remain empty. Let the void remain a void. In the teachings of Zen, an empty bowl is useful precisely because it is empty. An open hand is beautiful precisely because it is free to receive. As long as your hand was clenched tightly around the thorns of the past, you were entirely incapable of receiving anything new. You could not receive the peace of this night. You could not receive the gentle rhythm of your own breath. Now you are open. You are receiving the stillness. Let your shoulders melt completely into the mattress. Let your arms become heavy, limp, and entirely relaxed. Breathe in the sweet, quiet air. Breathe out the last echoes of the struggle. You have put down the burning coal. You have dropped the thorny rope. You have realized the absolute futility of trying to force the river to flow backward. The past is a memory, a ghost, an echo. It cannot hurt you unless you insist on wrestling with it. And tonight, you have chosen to stop wrestling. Tonight, you have chosen peace. Rest here in this beautiful, open stillness. Your hands are free. Your heart is safe. Your spirit is untethered. Drift in this lightness. Let the darkness hold you. Sleep, or simply float. Float on the quiet, endlessly flowing river of the present moment. Nothing to hold, nothing to pull, just peace. You are resting now. Your hands are open. The thorns are gone. The burning coal has been dropped. But I know your mind is still so very tired. For weeks, perhaps months, your brain has been working like a machine that cannot be turned off. You have been caught in a relentless, exhausting cycle of trying to understand the pain. You have asked why 1,000 times in the dark. Why did they leave? Why did the connection change? What could I have done differently? You have analyzed every conversation, every glance, every silence, trying desperately to find a logical answer to heal your heart. In the West, we are deeply conditioned to believe that if we just think hard enough, if we just analyze the pieces, we can solve any problem. We rely entirely on what the philosopher Alan Watts calls the spotlight consciousness. The spotlight consciousness narrows everything down. It focuses intensely. It tries to break the wiggliness of the world into comprehensible, countable, geometric units. But human hearts are wiggly. Love is wiggly. Life is a flowing, spontaneous happening that simply cannot be captured or completely understood by the rigid spotlight of logic. When we try to force a broken heart into the spotlight of reason, we only exhaust ourselves. We create a chronic, futile, muscular strain in our own heads. You have been talking to yourself endlessly inside your skull. But a person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts. And so they lose touch with reality. The ancient Zen masters know that this frantic intellectualization sets up a painful barrier between you and your own life. It separates you from the healing that is already trying to happen within you. When the intellect is pushed to its absolute limits, when logic completely fails, and the analytical mind reaches the end of its tether, we must gently stop thinking. We must let the machine rest. And so tonight, we will not analyze. We will not argue with your pain. We will not try to solve the past. Instead, we turn to stories. Why stories? Because when the analytical mind is too tired to take another step, a story acts as a gentle, cooling breeze. Myths and stories are ancient images in terms of which we make sense of the world without needing to aggressively dissect it. A story slips quietly past the defensive walls of the ego. It does not demand that you calculate or figure. It speaks not to the sharp spotlight of the intellect, but to the gentle glowing floodlight of your deeper consciousness. The floodlight does not judge. It simply illuminates everything softly, equally, and compassionately. Stories bypass the rigid logic that is currently causing you so much anxiety. They allow the heart to open softly. They allow the exhausted mind to finally drift. In Japanese aesthetics, there is a beautiful, profound word, yugen. Yugen is a deep, lingering, almost untranslatable mystery. It is described as the feeling of watching wild geese fly until they are hidden in the vast clouds. It is watching a ship vanish slowly behind a distant island. And Yugen is the feeling of wandering on and on in a great, silent forest with absolutely no thought of return. Tonight, you and I are going to practice Yugen. We are going to practice the beautiful healing art of purposelessness. We are not trying to get anywhere. We are not trying to achieve anything. We are just going to wander. In your mind's eye, I want you to gently leave this dark, quiet room. Imagine you are stepping out into an ancient, towering mountain forest. It is twilight. The world is bathed in a soft, silvery blue light. The air here is incredibly cool, crisp, and pure. Take a deep, slow breath of that forest air. Smell the damp earth, the rich, sweet scent of green moss and ancient pine needles. Feel the soft, spongy ground beneath your feet. It is so forgiving, so yielding. Above you, massive, ancient cedar and bamboo trees stretch up into a sky that is just beginning to fill with a canopy of silver stars. The forest is vast. It is older than human history. It is a place of profound, unshakable peace. You are not a stranger in this forest. You grew out of this physical universe in exactly the same way an apple grows off an apple tree. You belong here. And you are completely safe here. Listen to the silence. It is not an empty, lonely silence. It is a thick, rich, living silence. Far, far away, you can hear the gentle, endless murmur of a mountain stream flowing smoothly over worn pebbles. The water is doing exactly what it is meant to do, flowing effortlessly, finding the path of least resistance, trusting gravity. A light, cool breeze rustles through the leaves of the bamboo. Swoosh, swoosh. You are walking slowly, unhurried. There is nowhere you need to be. There is no one you need to please. There are no expectations placed upon your shoulders here. You are simply drifting through the shadows and the silver light. With every step you take on the soft earth, notice how the heavy, frantic thoughts of your daily life fall away from you. They drop to the ground silently, like dry autumn leaves. With every step, your mind becomes more open, more spacious, more quiet. You are entering the state of Mushin, the mind of no hesitation, the mind of an empty, clear mirror that receives everything, but holds on to nothing. As we wander deeper into the safety of these ancient trees, as the cool mist gently rolls over the dirt path, we will encounter 3 stories. 3 echoes from the ancient masters of Zen. When you hear these stories, I want to ask you for one simple, gentle favor. Do not try to figure them out. Do not search for a hidden intellectual meaning, or try to decode a secret lesson. Just let the words wash over you exactly like the cool water of the mountain stream. Let the imagery paint itself softly on the back of your closed eyelids. Allow your heart to simply receive them, just as the ancient forest receives the falling rain. You are wandering. You are floating. You are entirely safe in the vastness of this mountain night. Let us step deeper into the woods. Let us listen. Listen to the rain. In your mind's eye, the silver stars of the night sky are gently covered by a thick, rolling blanket of dark clouds. A heavy, steady rain begins to fall. Hear the sound of the rain hitting the broad green leaves of the bamboo. Patter, patter, splash. The air grows cool. The earth drinks the water, and the scent of wet pine and damp soil rises up all around you. Walking down a narrow, winding dirt road in this heavy rain are two Zen monks. The older monk is named Tanzan. The younger monk is named Aikido. They walk in silence. Their heads are bowed against the wind. The rain soaks through their dark robes. Beneath their feet, the dirt road has turned into a thick, sucking river of mud. With every single step, their straw sandals sink deep into the heavy, wet earth. Squish. Pull. Step. Squish. Pull. Step. They are completely immersed in the physical reality of the moment. The cold rain, the gray sky, the heavy mud. As they come around a bend in the road, they hear a new sound. The roaring, rushing sound of a swollen river. The heavy rains have flooded the intersection ahead. The water is moving fast, churning with brown mud and white foam, tearing violently at the banks. Standing at the edge of this rushing water, unable to cross, is a young woman. She is lovely. She is dressed in an exquisite, delicate silk kimono, tied with a beautiful sash. She is shivering in the cold rain. She is looking at the rushing mud and looking at her beautiful silk clothes, knowing that if she steps into the flood, she will be swept away or ruined. She is completely helpless. Aikido, the younger monk, sees the girl. Instantly, his mind freezes. His mind brings up the strict, rigid rules of his monastic order. Monks are absolutely forbidden to go near females. He stops walking. He stares at the ground. He does not know what to do. But Tanzan, the senior monk, does not hesitate for a single fraction of a second. He does not stop to debate theology. He does not stop to worry about the rules. He simply sees a human being who needs to cross a river. Tanzan walks straight up to the young woman. "Come on, girl," he says gently. Without another word, Tanzan bends down. He wraps his strong arms around her, and he lifts her completely off the ground. Imagine the physical sensation of that moment. The sudden heavy weight of another human being resting entirely in his arms. The softness of her wet silk kimono against his rough, soaked robes. The warmth of her breath in the cold, damp air. Tanzan steps directly into the rushing, freezing floodwater. The mud rises to his knees. The current pulls violently at his legs, trying to drag him down. His muscles burn with the effort of fighting the rushing water while carrying the heavy weight of the girl. He breathes deeply. He places one foot firmly in the mud, and then the next. He does not think about the past. He does not worry about the future. He only carries. He only walks. He reaches the other side of the intersection. He steps out of the rushing mud onto the solid, wet grass. Gently, carefully, he sets the young girl down on her feet. She bows to him in deep gratitude. Tanzan smiles, nods, and without looking back, he continues walking down the muddy road. He has put her down. The physical act is over. The moment has passed. Tanzan's mind returns instantly to the sound of the rain, to the feeling of his empty hands, to the cool air on his face. He is empty. He is peaceful. He is flowing with the stream of life. But behind him, the junior monk Aikido is in a state of absolute, silent agony. Aikido wades through the mud and crosses the river on his own. He catches up to Tanzan. They continue their journey through the forest. The rain continues to fall. Squish. Pull. Step. Squish. Pull. Step. For hours they walk in silence. The forest grows darker. The afternoon bleeds into the evening. Tanzan is simply walking. But Aikido is not just walking. Aikido is at war. Aikido's mind is a frantic, churning storm of obsession. His heart is racing. His jaw is clenched tight. His hands are balled into hard, trembling fists inside his robes. He cannot stop thinking about what happened at the riverbank. The image of the girl in the silk kimono is burned into his brain. The image of Tanzan's arms wrapping around her waist loops over and over and over again in his mind. How could he do it? Aikido's mind screams in the silence. He broke the sacred vows. He touched a woman. He held a woman. He is a disgrace to the order. Hour after hour, the thoughts spin wildly in a vicious, exhausting circle. I should say something. I should scold him. But he is my senior. But he broke the rule. The rule is absolute. Aikido is walking through a beautiful, silent forest, but he does not see the trees. He does not hear the rain. He does not feel the cool wind. He is completely blind to reality because he is trapped in the dark, suffocating theater of his own overthinking mind. Tanzan left the girl at the riverbank hours ago, but Aikido is still holding her. With every mile they walk, the phantom weight of the girl in Aikido's mind grows heavier and heavier and heavier. He is carrying her weight in his tight chest. He is carrying her weight in his aching shoulders. He is carrying her weight in his burning, obsessive thoughts. He is exhausted. He is so incredibly tired from fighting a ghost, from arguing with a memory. Night finally falls. The sky is pitch black. The two monks arrive at a small, warm lodging temple to rest for the night. They step out of the rain. They take off their muddy straw sandals. The moment the wooden doors slide shut behind them, Aikido snaps. He can no longer contain the boiling pressure in his chest. The silence breaks. He turns to Tanzan, his face flushed with righteous anger, his voice trembling with exhausted rage. "We monks do not go near females," Aikido shouts at him. "Especially not young and lovely ones. It is dangerous." "Why did you do that?" The room is very quiet. Tanzan looks at the young, angry, exhausted monk. Tanzan's face is completely serene. His eyes are soft, filled with a deep, bottomless compassion. There is no defensiveness in him. There is no guilt. There is only the peaceful, empty clarity of a mirror. Tanzan smiles gently. "I left the girl there," Tanzan says softly. "Are you still carrying her?" "I left the girl there. Are you still carrying her?" Let those words echo in the dark, quiet space of your own room. Let them wash over your tired mind. Look gently at yourself right now, lying in the stillness of the night. Are you Aikido? The relationship is ended. The river has been crossed. The moment has passed into the untouchable, unreachable fabric of history. The physical reality of that person is no longer here. They are no longer in this bed. They are no longer in this room. They walked away from the riverbank a long time ago. But are you still carrying them? Are you still carrying the heavy, phantom weight of their memory in your exhausted arms? Are you carrying their words, replaying them over and over in your mind, analyzing every syllable, searching for a hidden meaning that will somehow change the past? Are you carrying the anger, the betrayal, the broken promises? Are you carrying the ghost of their body, the memory of their touch, letting it press down on your chest until you can barely breathe? You are carrying so much weight, and your soul is so incredibly tired. You have walked for miles and miles through the dark forest of your grief, carrying a person who is no longer there. You have missed the beauty of the rain. You have missed the quiet of the night. You have missed the beating of your own resilient heart, all because you refused to put down the memory. Aikido suffered not because the girl existed, but because he refused to let her remain in the past. He dragged the past into the present, and it crushed him. You do not need to carry them anymore. It is not your duty to carry the ghost of this relationship. It is not a requirement of love that you break your own back, carrying the weight of someone who has already set you down. Feel your arms right now. Imagine that heavy, soaking wet weight pressing against your chest. Take a very slow, very deep breath in. And as you exhale, simply let them slip from your arms. Put them down. Set the memory down on the soft, wet grass of the riverbank and walk away. Leave them there. They belong to the past now. They belong to the river. They belong to a moment that has already vanished into the mist. They do not belong in this room. They do not belong in this bed. They do not belong in your mind tonight. Feel the immense, sweeping relief of your empty arms. Notice how light your chest feels when you are no longer carrying another human being's choices. Your hands are empty. Your mind is clearing. The storm of obsession is breaking, and the quiet, peaceful void of the present moment is opening up all around you. You are safe. You are resting in the temple of the present moment. Put them down. Put them down. Let it all wash away in the endless, flowing stream of the night. Sleep now with empty hands. Sleep now with a quiet mind. You are drifting. You are drifting so gently, so softly, through the quiet landscape of your own mind. Let the ancient, towering forest of bamboo fade slowly into the shadows behind you. You have walked through the trees. You have put down the heavy weight you are carrying. As you step out of the forest, the soft, damp earth beneath your feet turns to cool, smooth sand. You are standing at the edge of a vast, silent lake. Look out over the water in your mind's eye. You cannot see the opposite shore. You cannot see the horizon. There is a thick, blinding, pearly white fog resting heavily upon the entire surface of the lake. The fog is so dense, so complete, that the sky and the water seem to melt into one another. There is no up, and there is no down. There is only a luminous, floating gray-white mist. The air here is incredibly still. It is cool against your cheeks. You can feel the tiny, invisible droplets of moisture resting on your eyelashes. Resting by the edge of the water is a small wooden boat. Step into the boat. Feel the slight rock of the wood beneath your feet as it accepts your weight. Sit down on the smooth, worn wooden bench. In the teachings of the Zen masters, it is said, that the body is like a boat, adrift, floating along, or motionless in a deep pool. You take the heavy wooden oars in your hands. You push away from the shore, and you begin to row out into the thick, blinding fog. Listen to the sound. Dip, pull, drip. Dip, pull, drip. The sound of the oars dipping into the cool, dark water is the only sound in the entire world. With every pull of the oars, you feel the effort in your shoulders. You feel the strain in your arms. You are rowing blindly. You cannot see where you are going. You are enveloped in the mist, trying to navigate, trying to force your way across the unknown. This is how you have lived for so long. You have been rowing so hard. You have put so much intense, exhausting effort into steering your relationship, into trying to control the direction of your life, into trying to force the universe to take you where you wanted to go. You have been pulling and pulling and pulling against the current. And then, out of the blinding white fog, thud. A sudden, jarring collision. Your boat is struck hard. The wood groans. The boat rocks violently from side to side, nearly throwing you into the cold, dark water. Instantly, a massive surge of heat rises in your chest. Your heart begins to pound. Your jaw clenches. Your hands grip the oars with a white-knuckled fury. Another boat has rammed directly into yours out of the fog. You feel a blinding flash of anger. How could they be so careless? How could they be so reckless and stupid to steer their boat blindly into yours? You stand up, your lungs full of air, ready to scream at the person who hit you. You feel utterly wronged. You feel personally attacked, as if they sought you out in the mist purely to do you harm. We are all conditioned to feel this way. We have been brought up to experience ourselves as isolated centers of awareness, placed in a world that is completely foreign and alien, a world that we must aggressively confront. When something strikes us, we feel like a victim. We feel that an alien reality has violently trespassed against us. Your chest is heaving. You peer furiously into the blinding fog, trying to see the face of the one who attacked you. The fog slowly swirls. The mist parts just enough for you to see the other boat. You look down into the hull. The boat is empty. There is no one there. There is no careless person. There is no malicious enemy. There is no one who plotted to hit you. It is just an empty wooden boat that slipped its moorings and was carried aimlessly along by the wind and the hidden currents of the lake until it bumped into you. Notice what happens to your anger. Notice how, in the very split second you realize the boat is empty, the furious heat in your chest simply evaporates. You cannot be angry at an empty boat. Your rage has nowhere to land. Your desire to punish, your need to scream, your desperate urge to demand an apology. It all dissolves instantly into the cool gray mist. Take a deep breath of the damp lake air and let it go. My dear friend, the person who left you, the person who broke your heart, they are an empty boat. You have been sitting in the dark at 3 a.m., full of agonizing anger, full of deep, burning resentment. You have felt personally attacked by their departure. You have felt that their actions were a deliberate, calculated assault on your worth, your safety, and your soul. But the Zen masters teach us that the separate, calculating, independent ego is a total hallucination. There is no isolated, absolute controller inside them. They did not strike you because you were unworthy. They struck you because they are an empty boat. They are a fragile human vessel blown blindly across the lake by the winds of their own unhealed childhood traumas, by their own deep-seated fears, by their own biological conditioning, and by the intricate, endless web of causes and conditions that make up this universe. They did not know what they were doing. The ancient Zen poems tell us that the wild geese do not intend to cast their reflection, and the water has no mind to retain their image. The empty boat had no mind to hurt you. It was simply a collision of weather. It was a collision of circumstances. Let the anger dissolve. Why fight a ghost? When we try to navigate the physical world, we find it is the most evasive, elusive process there is. It will never be pinned down. The universe is a system of inseparable differences, not a mechanical collection of billiard balls pushing each other around maliciously. We are living in the middle of a vast, flowing Rorschach ink blot, desperately trying to make rigid sense out of a beautifully wiggly, spontaneous process. Breathe into the emptiness. Breathe into the void. In the Buddhist tradition, this profound emptiness is called sunyata. Sunyata does not mean a terrifying blank, black nothingness. It does not mean a dead, flat void. It is the transcendental, spacious reality behind all the separate, colliding things of this world. It is the vast, open sky of your own pure awareness. When you realize that the boat that hurt you is empty, you must also realize something even more profound. Look down at your own hands, resting on the oars. Look down at your own chest. Your boat is empty too. The you that feels so violently injured, the you that feels so rejected and destroyed, is also a passing illusion. It is a chronic sense of muscular strain, a tightening in the face and the jaw, an attempt to squeeze water in your fist. There is no separate, isolated victim inside you, waiting to be crushed by the world. There is only the flowing, eternal energy of the universe, rising and falling, appearing and disappearing. Let your boat be empty. If there is no one in the boat, who is there to suffer? Who is there to be heartbroken? When you step out of the illusion of the separate, threatened ego, you are suddenly immersed in the medium of total freedom. If you let go, if you give yourself to the water, you will not drown. The water will hold you up. Put the oars down. Rest them inside your little boat. You do not need to row anymore tonight. You do not need to navigate the fog. You do not need to figure out where you are going or how you will survive tomorrow. Just lie back against the wooden seat. Feel the gentle rocking motion of the water beneath you. Rocking. Rocking. Let the current take you. The water knows exactly where it is going. The stream rushes down swiftly, but all is silent around. You are perfectly safe in the emptiness. The void is soft. The void is holding you. There is nothing to protect. There is nothing to defend. There is no one to blame. Feel your physical body right now, lying in your bed. Notice how incredibly heavy your limbs have become. Your arms are like lead sinking deeply into the mattress. Your legs are entirely, completely relaxed, surrendering all their weight to the gravity of the earth. Let your mind become like the empty boat. Thoughts may drift by. Memories may gently bump into your hull. But there is no one inside to react. There is no one inside to grasp them. Let them bump and let them drift away into the white fog. Listen to the absolute silence of the lake. It is the silence of your own deep, original nature. You are empty. You are open. You are at peace. Drift in the mist. Drift on the water. Sleep. The fog on the lake is slowly dissolving. The cool gray mist evaporates into the air, and a profound, heavy warmth begins to wrap around your body. You are leaving the boat. You are stepping gently onto the soft, warm earth of a lush, ancient jungle. Feel the temperature of the air change. It is incredibly warm. It is thick, rich, and deeply comforting, like a heavy velvet blanket resting over your shoulders. Breathe in the sweet, intoxicating scent of the jungle, the aroma of damp soil, the perfume of wild blooming orchids, the rich, sleepy scent of green leaves warming in the sun. Look up into the canopy of the great trees. The leaves are massive, deep green, and perfectly still. Listen to the sound of this world. It is a slow, rhythmic, vibrating hum millions of tiny insects humming together in the warmth. Hum, hum. The sound is absolutely hypnotic. It vibrates in the air, sending a wave of deep, heavy relaxation, cascading down through your chest, your stomach, and your legs. Everything in this jungle is moving in slow motion. Everything is sleepy. Everything is resting in the warm, golden light. As you wander slowly through the soft ferns, you come to a small clearing. In the center of the clearing stands a magnificent banyan tree, its roots dropping down from the branches like great, heavy pillars. Resting on the ground, tied securely to one of these massive roots, is a hollowed-out gourd, a thick, heavy jar. This jar has a very wide, rounded base, but a very narrow neck. Inside this heavy jar, resting at the very bottom, is a handful of sweet, shiny beans. They glisten in the dappled sunlight. They are beautiful. They are exactly what a creature of this jungle might desire. From the high branches above, a small monkey watches the jar. The monkey moves slowly down the trunk of the tree. It approaches the jar with eager eyes. The monkey desires the sweet, shiny beans. It wants to possess them. It wants to keep them. Slowly, carefully, the monkey slides its slender, open hand through the narrow neck of the jar. The open hand passes through effortlessly. There is no resistance. The monkey reaches the bottom. Its fingers touch the smooth, hard surface of the sweet beans. Instantly, the monkey's fingers curl inward. The monkey grabs the beans, gathering as many as it possibly can into its palm. The monkey makes a tight, solid fist. Now the monkey tries to pull its hand out of the jar. But a fist is much wider than an open, flat hand. The monkey's fist hits the inside of the narrow neck. It cannot pass through. The monkey pulls harder. It braces its feet against the heavy jar and tugs with all its might. But the fist will not fit. Watch the physical tension in the monkey's body. Watch the desperate, frantic grip of its hand. The knuckles are turning white from squeezing so tightly. The muscles in the monkey's forearm are corded, knotting with intense, painful strain. The tension travels up into the monkey's shoulder. The shoulder is locked, pulling, jerking backward in a state of absolute panic. The monkey is breathing heavily. Its heart is racing. It is exhausted, terrified, and completely trapped. Look very closely at this trap. The jar has no teeth. The jar has no lock. There is no lid closing the monkey inside. The jar is completely passive. It is simply resting on the earth. The monkey is not trapped by the jar. The monkey is trapped exclusively by its own fist. The monkey is trapped by its absolute stubborn refusal to let go of the beans. Freedom is right there. Freedom is less than 1 second away. All the monkey has to do is unclench its fingers. All it has to do is drop the shiny object, flatten its hand, and slip it effortlessly out into the warm, open air of the jungle. But the monkey will not let go. It desires the prize so intensely that it will surrender its entire life, its freedom, and its peace, just to hold on to a handful of something it can no longer even see. My dear friend, lying in the dark, you are the monkey, and your mind is the fist. The shiny beans at the bottom of the jar are the memories of the person you love. They are the sweet moments you shared. They are the hopes you built. They are the beautiful, glittering images of a past that is no longer here. You reached back into the past and you grabbed them. And now your mind is clenched around them in a desperate, white-knuckled grip. You are holding on so tightly. Feel the chronic muscular strain of your own holding. You have been pulling and pulling and pulling, trying to drag the past into the present, trying to pull a beautiful memory into a reality where it simply does not fit anymore. And you are so incredibly tired. Your emotional muscles are burning with exhaustion. Your spirit is cramped. Your chest is tight. You feel trapped in this grief. You feel stuck in this endless cycle of 3 a.m. insomnia, missing them, wanting them, needing them. But look gently at your own trap. There is no lock on your heart. There is no cage around your mind. The person who left you is not holding you here in the dark. They are not forcing you to stay awake. They are not forcing you to suffer. You are trapped solely by your own grip. You are trapped by Upadana, by clinging, by the desperate thirst to keep something that has already faded away. The ancient masters ask us to do the bravest, most unnatural thing in the world. They ask us to open our hand. To have faith is not to hold on. To have faith is to let go. It is time to unclasp. I want you to bring your awareness down to your own hands, resting right now on your bed. Imagine that inside your hands you are holding all the sweet, painful memories of that person. Feel how tired your hands are from holding them. Take a very slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to mentally and physically unclasp your fingers. Unclasp. Release. Unclasp your right thumb. Release your right index finger. Release the middle finger. Release the ring finger. Release the little finger. Let the right hand fall completely, absolutely open. Let the memories drop away into the dark. Unclasp your left thumb. Release your left index finger. Release the middle finger. Release the ring finger. Release the little finger. Let the left hand fall completely open. Let the past drop out of your palm. Release the grip. Release the clinging. Notice the profound, beautiful sensation of an empty hand. When your hand is empty, it is finally free to flow. It is free to receive. It is free to rest. Your hand is slipping out of the jar. You are pulling your spirit free from the trap of the past. You are slipping out into the warm, spacious, open air of the present moment. There is nothing to hold here. There is nothing to protect here. You are free. Unclasp the tension in your jaw. Release. Unclasp the tension in your chest. Release. Unclasp the tension in your stomach. Release. The monkey has opened its hand, and the monkey is sleeping high in the branches of the great tree. The jar is empty. The past is gone. Listen to the slow, heavy hum of the jungle night. Hum. You are safe. You are completely, utterly safe. Let go. Release. Let go. Release. Your body is so heavy. Your mind is so quiet. Drift into the warmth. Drift away from the trap. Sleep. Sleep with open hands. Listen to the rhythm of your own slow, steady breathing. In, out. The thick, warm air of the jungle is beginning to fade. The sound of the ancient forest is softly melting away into the background. You are returning gently and peacefully to the awareness of your own safe, quiet room. Feel the mattress beneath your body. Notice how the floor completely supports the bed. Notice how the earth completely supports the floor. You are entirely held. Together tonight, we have walked through 3 ancient echoes of wisdom. We have watched the 2 monks walking through the heavy rain and the thick mud. We have drifted in a small wooden boat across a lake hidden in blinding white fog. We have stood beneath the great banyan tree, watching the monkey trap itself with its own clenched fist. What do these 3 stories share? Why have we wandered through these specific landscapes of the mind? These stories are mirrors. They are gentle, ancient mirrors, designed to reflect the exquisite trap of your own beautiful, exhausted, overthinking mind. In the teachings of Zen, we learn that suffering is never caused by the flowing reality of the present moment. Suffering is caused entirely by our desperate, agonizing refusal to let the past remain in the past. Like the young monk Aikido, your mind has been carrying a ghost. You have carried the memory of the person you loved for miles and miles, through the rain and the dark. You have exhausted your spirit, arguing with a phantom that was left behind at the riverbank months ago. But look closely at Aikido. Aikido is just a story, a flickering shadow on the wall of your mind. You are not the angry monk. You do not have to carry their weight a single step further. You can set them down. You can open your tired arms and let them rest exactly where they belong, in the untouchable past. Like the man in the small wooden boat, your mind has been fighting an invisible enemy. You have felt the sudden, violent shock of a broken heart, and your ego has stood up in the fog, ready to scream, ready to fight, ready to demand justice. You have felt personally attacked by their departure. But look closely at the man in the boat. He is just a story, a whisper in the mist. You are not the one who hit the boat, and you are not the victim of a malicious universe. There is no one hiding in the fog trying to destroy you. The universe is not punishing you. The boat that struck your heart was completely empty. It was only the blind, drifting current of causes and conditions that brought them to you, and the very same current that pulled them away. There is nothing to fight. There is no one to be angry at. And like the monkey, in the lush, warm jungle, your mind has trapped itself in a jar. You have reached into the vessel of memory, grabbed a handful of sweet, shiny moments, and made a tight, desperate fist. Your hand is cramping. Your arm is burning. You feel completely stuck. But look closely at the monkey. The monkey is just a story, a painting on a leaf. You are not the monkey. You are not trapped. There is no lock on your heart. There is no lid on the jar. The universe is vast and open and free, and you can slip your hand out into the sweet night air the very split second you decide to unclasp your fingers. You are not the monk. You are not the man in the boat. You are not the monkey. In the practice of Yoga Nidra, we learn to become the silent witness. Say to yourself silently in your mind, I am not these stories. I am not these thoughts. I am not these feelings. All of these are changeable, but I am the unchangeable observer. You are the vast, deep, quiet space in which these stories appear and in which these stories fade away. Right now, in your mind's eye, I want you to gather these three stories together. Visualize the muddy riverbank. Visualize the misty lake. Visualize the banyan tree. Take all of that imagery all of that tension, all of those lessons, and mentally place them into a small, delicate sphere. Imagine this sphere as a beautiful, shimmering soap bubble. It is perfectly round, perfectly fragile. Watch the colors swirling gently on the surface of the bubble. Soft pinks, pale blues, and iridescent greens, reflecting the light of your own quiet mind. Inside this bubble is the monk. Inside is the boat. Inside is the monkey. Inside this bubble is every frantic thought you have had today about the person you miss. It is all safely contained within this shimmering, weightless sphere. Now imagine a soft, cool breeze entering your room. It touches your cheeks. It whispers past your ears. And it gently lifts the bubble. Watch the bubble float upward. It rises slowly from your chest, drifting higher and higher toward the ceiling. It passes right through the ceiling, out into the vast, dark, velvety expanse of the night sky. Watch it drift. Watch it float away on the gentle currents of the wind. It is becoming smaller and smaller. A tiny, shimmering speck of light against a canopy of silver stars. And then, pop! It is gone. It has dissolved completely into the infinite emptiness of space. Feel the immense, profound emptiness it leaves behind. Emptiness is not something to be feared. In the Buddhist tradition, emptiness, sunyata, is not a dead, blank void. It is a pregnant, luminous space. It is the ultimate freedom. Because there is nothing left to hold on to. There is nothing left to drag you down. Your mind is a clear, cloudless sky. Your mind is a mirror, wiped perfectly clean. Focus on your whole body. Your whole body. Observe your whole body. You are aware of the whole physical body, from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. Awaken a feeling of profound heaviness, a feeling of exquisite heaviness in every single part of your body. Your body feels so incredibly heavy that it seems to sink deeply into the floor. Awareness of heaviness. Awareness of heaviness. Awareness of heaviness. If you want life, you must not cling to it. Think of your own breath. If you breathe in and you try to hold your breath forever, you will suffocate. You will lose it. But if you let it go, if you breathe out The breath comes back to you. The universe rushes back in to fill the void. The principle of all peace is to exhale, to let go. Exhale the past. Exhale the memory of their face. Exhale the phantom weight of their expectations. Let it all blow out into the vast open space of the night. As you rest here, completely empty, completely safe, and completely unburdened, your mind may still whisper one final lingering question. Your mind may ask, if I am supposed to let them go, why did they ever come into my life in the first place? Why did I have to meet them? Why did I have to love them? Why did it have to hurt so much? It is a beautiful question. It is the final question of the healing heart. In the next chapter, as you continue to sink deeper and deeper into this healing trance, we will softly explore the answer. We will look at the profound, invisible currents of karma. We will look at the intricate web of causes and conditions that drew your two souls together across time and space. We will discover that they were not a mistake. The relationship was not a failure simply because it ended. It was a contract of the spirit, a magnificent, temporary lesson. And when the lesson was learned, the contract was complete. But for now, you do not need to figure any of that out. You do not need to analyze the past or predict the future. You only need to rest. Listen to the sound of my voice. Listen to the silence beneath my voice. You are empty. You are open. You are floating. There are no more monkeys. There are no more empty boats. There are no more muddy roads. There is only this soft, dark room. There is only the steady, gentle beating of your own beautiful heart. There is only peace. Sleep. Let go. Sleep. You are resting now. The dark, heavy jungle has faded away. The misty lake has vanished. The ancient bamboo forest is gone. You have returned to the absolute stillness of your own room. Feel the soft, familiar weight of your blanket. Feel the solid, unwavering support of the bed beneath you. You are perfectly safe. But as you lie here, floating in this deep, empty space, a quiet whisper may still echo in the back of your mind. It is the final, aching question of a broken heart. If I am supposed to let them go, why did they ever come into my life? If the universe knew it would end, if it knew it would hurt this much, why did our paths ever cross? Breathe deeply into that question. It is a beautiful question. It is a necessary question. To find the answer, we must gently explore the ancient teaching of karma. In the West, we have been conditioned to misunderstand this word. We often think of karma as a cosmic scorecard. We think of it as a strict law of retribution, a judicial system designed to reward us for good behavior and punish us for our mistakes. When a relationship ends in pain, your mind may trick you into believing you are being punished. You may think, I must have done something wrong to deserve this heartbreak. But this is an illusion. The universe is not punishing you. The word karma is a Sanskrit term that simply translates to action or doing. It means that everything happening in your life is part of a vast, interconnected web of causes and conditions. It is simply the spontaneous behavior of the universe. Karma is not a punishment. It is a profound meeting of energy. In the deepest teachings of the East, it is understood that you cannot know who you are without encountering someone else. You wouldn't know what you meant by self unless you experienced something other than yourself. We need the other to see our own reflection. And so every single person who steps into your life is a mirror. Every person is a teacher. They do not arrive by accident. They are drawn to you by the deep, invisible currents of karma, by the specific emotional and spiritual lessons your soul needs to learn at this exact moment in your existence. Imagine right now that before you were born, you made a silent agreement, a karmic contract. You agreed to meet this specific person. You agreed that they would come into your life to teach you something absolutely vital about your own heart. Perhaps they came to teach you how to open up and be vulnerable. Perhaps they came to teach you how to establish boundaries. Perhaps they came to reflect your deepest insecurities so that you could finally see them, hold them, and heal them. Or perhaps they came simply to teach you the ultimate lesson of the universe, how to love and how to let go. They were your teacher, and you were theirs. Visualize in your mind's eye a long, winding dirt road. You are a traveler walking this path alone. You have your own destination. You have your own journey. One afternoon at a crossroads, you meet another traveler. For a while, your paths align. You become two travelers, sharing a path for a season. You walk side by side. You share the weight of your supplies. You build a fire together when the nights grow cold. You tell each other stories under the vast, glittering canopy of the stars. For a beautiful season, the journey is easier. The journey is warm. But eventually, the road forks. The season changes. Their journey requires them to take the path to the east. Your journey requires you to continue toward the west. They are not abandoning you. They are not betraying you. They are simply following the natural, undeniable trajectory of their own life. The season you were meant to share is over. The lesson has been learned. The contract is naturally fulfilled. Breathe in the cool air of this realization. Breathe out the heavy weight of abandonment. Imagine now a vast, dark ocean at midnight. The water is calm, rolling in long, slow, glassy swells. A thick silver fog rests over the surface of the sea. You are a ship, gliding silently through the mist. Suddenly, out of the fog, another ship appears. For a few magnificent hours, you sail parallel to one another. The golden light from their lanterns spills across the dark water and illuminates your deck. The light from your lanterns warms the side of their hull. You are two ships passing in the night. You share a profound, beautiful moment of alignment in the middle of an endless, lonely ocean. But ships are not meant to be tied together forever. The currents pull. The wind shifts. Slowly, gently, their ship glides forward, slipping back into the silver fog. The glow of their lanterns becomes a soft, distant star, and then fades completely into the dark. You are alone again on the water. But the ocean is peaceful. The ocean is vast. Why does the departure of the other ship hurt so much? We suffer because we build a story in our minds. We build resentment. Resentment is the heavy, toxic belief that the other traveler was supposed to walk your path forever. Resentment is the angry, burning conviction that the other ship was supposed to drop its anchor and stay by your side in the freezing fog, denying its own current, denying its own wind. But my dear friend, when you recognize the karmic contract, the resentment begins to melt. It melts away like frost in the morning sun. When you realize that they were only meant to be a teacher for a specific season, you stop demanding that they be your forever. You stop viewing their departure as a cruel failure, and you begin to view it as a natural completion. The relationship did not fail because it ended. The relationship succeeded exactly as it was meant to. It delivered its lesson. It opened your heart. It challenged your soul. It fulfilled its exact cosmic purpose. And then it ended. Let the resentment go. Feel the tight, knotted muscles in your chest begin to loosen. Feel the clenched jaw soften. You do not need to be angry at them for following their own current. You do not need to hate them to heal. You only need to thank them for the lesson and release them to the wind, silently. In the profound quiet of your own mind, speak to their memory. Say to them, "Thank you for the season we shared. Thank you for the lessons you brought to my soul. Our contract is fulfilled. I release you to your path. I return to my own." Feel the incredible lightness that washes over your body as you speak these words. You are cutting the heavy, invisible chains of expectation. You are no longer a victim of their departure. You are a willing participant in the beautiful, flowing, ever-changing dance of the universe. Let your body sink deeper into the mattress. Let your arms become entirely limp and heavy. You are floating on the calm, dark ocean. The fog is clearing. The stars above you are brilliant and eternal and bright. The path ahead of you is open. You are completely whole. You are entirely safe. Breathe in the peace of fulfillment. Breathe out the pain of resentment. It is complete. Rest. Rest in the knowing that everything is exactly as it should be. Sleep. You are resting now. You have seen the truth of the karmic contract. You have understood in the quiet depths of your mind that their season in your life was a beautiful, temporary lesson. The intellectual mind understands this. The logical mind knows that the contract is complete, but your physical body is still catching up. Psychology teaches us that long after a relationship ends, the biological attachment system, that deep, primal drive that desires to utilize your ex-partner as a safe haven, remains active. Your nervous system still perceives them as your home. Your body is still wired to reach out for them. This is why, even when you know it is over, you still feel a physical pull. Tonight we are going to gently, lovingly, deactivate that alarm. We are going to sever the invisible ties that are keeping your body in a state of suspended exhaustion. I want you to bring your awareness back to your physical form, lying here in the dark. Feel the back of your head resting on the pillow. Feel your shoulders sinking into the mattress. Take a very slow, deep breath in and let it go. In your mind's eye, as you look down at your resting body, I want you to visualize the invisible bonds that still connect you to the person who left. These are the energetic cords of attachment. Visualize them now. See them as thick, heavy, dark cables of energy extending outward from your physical body, disappearing into the vast, dark space of the night, stretching all the way to wherever that person is right now. These cords are not made of love. Do not confuse them with love. True love is completely free. True love is a state of open, spacious appreciation that does not seek to possess, restrict, or demand. As the great philosophers teach us, you can only truly enjoy the world when you stop trying to grab it. These dark, heavy cords are made of Upadana, clinging. They are woven from the dense threads of unfulfilled expectations. They are bound together by the sharp fibers of resentment, of anger, of things left unsaid, and of the desperate, aching panic of abandonment. Feel the weight of these cords right now. Notice exactly where they connect to your body. There is a thick, tense cord connecting directly to your throat. Feel it there. This is the cord of unspoken words. This is the energy of all the apologies you never received, and all the desperate pleas you swallowed. It is tight. It makes it hard to swallow. It restricts your breath. There is a massive, heavy, pulsing cord connecting directly to the center of your chest, to your heart. This is the cord of the broken safe haven. This is the biological tether that keeps your nervous system crying out for their comfort. It feels like a heavy, dark iron chain pulling your rib cage forward, creating that hollow, crushing ache in your chest. And there is a third cord, twisting and knotting deeply into your stomach, into your solar plexus. This is the cord of primal fear, the anxiety, the sick, dropping sensation of rejection, and the dread of being alone. It pulses with a frantic, exhausted energy, draining the vitality straight out of your core. You have carried these heavy, dark cords for so long. You have let them drain your life force. You have let them pull you out of the present moment and drag you back into a past that no longer exists. It is time to be free. It is time to release yourself, and it is time to release them. Cutting these cords is not an act of violence. It is not an act of anger or vengeance or bitterness. Cutting these cords is the ultimate act of compassion. It is a profound act of love for yourself to reclaim your own energy, your own sovereignty, and your own peace. And it is a profound act of love for them to release them from the burden of your expectations, to let them walk their own karmic path, completely untethered and forgiven. In your mind's eye, I want you to imagine that you are holding a magnificent tool in your dominant hand. It is a blade, but it is not made of metal. It is a blade made entirely of pure, concentrated golden light. It glows with a warm, brilliant, healing radiance. It is the light of absolute acceptance. It is the light of deep, unconditional forgiveness. Feel the warmth of this golden light in your hand. It is practically weightless. yet it pulses with the infinite, gentle power of the universe. We are going to use this beautiful light to dissolve the bonds of your suffering. Bring the glowing golden blade up to your throat. Look at the tight, dark cord of unspoken words and lingering resentments that is choking your voice. Take a deep, slow breath in. And as you exhale, gently pass the blade of light through the cord. It does not snap. It does not break violently. As the light touches the dark cord simply melts. It dissolves into a soft, white mist. The severed end falls away, drifting out into the night, evaporating completely into the vast, empty space. Feel the immediate release in your throat. Swallow gently. Notice how open and clear your throat feels. The words no longer need to be spoken. The silence is perfect, exactly as it is. Now slowly bring the golden blade of light down to the center of your chest, to your heart. Look at the massive, heavy, dark chain of attachment. The biological tether that has kept you trapped in grief. Acknowledge it. Thank it for trying to keep you safe. But tell it that you are already safe. Take a very deep, filling breath into your chest. And as you exhale with a long, soft sigh, pass the blade of light through the heavy cord. Watch it melt. Watch the thick, heavy fibers turn into golden dust and then dissolve into absolutely nothing. Watch the other end of the cord retract, floating away, drifting endlessly across the misty lake of the past until it is completely out of sight. Feel the profound, staggering relief in your chest. The crushing weight is gone. The hollow ache is filling with a warm, glowing, expansive peace. Your heart is yours again. It is beating only for you. Finally, bring the gentle blade of light down to your stomach, to your solar plexus. Look at the twisted, frantic knot of anxiety, the fear of the future, the dread of abandonment. Take a slow, deep breath all the way down into your belly. And as you exhale, smoothly pass the light through the knot. It unravels instantly. The dark energy turns into soft, white smoke and is completely absorbed by the immense, quiet dark of the room. It is gone. They are all gone. Let the golden blade of light dissolve into your hand, absorbing its healing warmth directly into your own skin. Look at your body now. There are no cords. There are no chains. There are no tethers. You are completely, beautifully, and absolutely free. You are an entire, whole universe, perfectly complete within the boundary of your own skin. Awaken a feeling of lightness, a feeling of profound lightness in every single part of your body. Your body feels so incredibly light. It is as if you are floating just an inch above the mattress. Awareness of lightness. Awareness of lightness. The energy that you are pouring out into the void, the massive amount of spiritual strength you were using to maintain those dark chords, is now rushing back into your own body. It is pooling in your chest as a warm, radiant, soothing lake of tranquility. You do not need them to be your safe haven. You are your own safe haven. You have reclaimed your sovereignty. You have closed the open loop. Repeat these words to yourself silently, allowing them to echo in the vast, clear, empty space of your mind. I release you with love. I release you with love. I call my energy back to myself. I call my energy back to myself. I am completely whole. I am completely whole. Feel the deep, rhythmic hum of the universe wrapping around you like a heavy velvet blanket. You are resting in the exact center of the eternal now. There is no past to pull you backward. There is no future to make you anxious. There is only this soft, gentle breath, rising and falling, drifting and dreaming. Let the emptiness hold you. Let the silence heal you. You are untethered. You are safe. Sleep. Sleep in perfect freedom. You are resting in the vast, open space of your own awareness. The energetic cords have been cut. The heavy, dark tethers have dissolved into golden dust, and you have called your magnificent life force back into your own chest. But there is one final step. One last gentle unlocking of the door to your absolute freedom. To step entirely out of the prison of the past, we must practice forgiveness. I know that just hearing that word might make your chest tighten. When you are deeply hurt, when your trust has been shattered and your heart has been broken, the mind violently rebels against the idea of forgiveness. Your ego whispers a very convincing lie to you in the dark. Your mind tells you, if I forgive them, I am letting them off the hook. Your mind tells you that forgiving them means you are excusing their behavior. It tells you that forgiveness means validating the pain they caused, or pretending that the betrayal did not matter. It tells you that if you forgive, you lose your armor, and you surrender your right to be angry. This is the great misconception of the wounded heart. Listen to my voice and let this truth sink deeply into your bones. Forgiveness is not for them. It has absolutely nothing to do with them. Forgiveness does not mean you have to invite them back into your life. It does not mean you endorse their actions. It does not mean they are suddenly innocent. Forgiveness is purely, entirely, and exclusively for your own peace. Imagine right now that you are holding a small cup of dark, bitter poison. Holding on to resentment, clinging to your grudges, and refusing to forgive is exactly like drinking this cup of poison yourself. And then sitting in the dark, desperately expecting the other person to die. You drink the bitter liquid. You feel it burning your throat. You feel it making your stomach sick. You feel it draining the absolute vitality from your blood. You suffer the agonizing symptoms of the poison, waiting for them to feel the pain. But they do not feel the poison. They are not sick. They are not suffering your physical exhaustion. Only you are drinking the poison. Put the cup down. There is another image from the ancient masters. We spoke earlier of holding a burning coal in your fist. When we refuse to forgive, we take that burning, jagged coal of anger, and instead of dropping it, we put it right into our own pocket. We carry it with us everywhere we go. We carry it into our days, we carry it into our work, and we carry it into our beds at night. You put the hot coal in your pocket because you think you are keeping it safe as a weapon. You think you will use it against them one day. But day after day, week after week, the hot coal is only smoldering against your own body. It is burning through the fabric of your own clothes. It is searing into your own hip, blistering your own skin, resting dangerously close to your own weary heart. You are carrying a hot coal in your own pocket, simply to prove to the universe that you were wronged. My dear friend, you do not need to prove your pain anymore. The universe knows you were hurt. The universe holds your sorrow with infinite, boundless compassion. You do not need to burn yourself anymore to validate your broken heart. It is time to empty your pockets. It is time to stop drinking the poison. I want you to take a very slow, very deep breath in through your nose, gathering up all the residual bitterness, all the lingering anger, and all the toxic resentment that has been sitting in your stomach. Hold it, and exhale it completely out into the night. In your mind's eye, visualize the person who hurt you one last time. Do not see them up close. See them standing very, very far away. They are small. They are distant. They are just another flawed, fragile human being wandering through the vastness of the world, making mistakes, stumbling through their own karmic journey. Look at them across the distance. You are safe. They cannot touch you here. We are going to grant them their freedom so that you can finally claim your own. Silently, in the profound quiet of your mind, repeat these words to them. Let the words wash over your spirit like a cool, healing rain. I forgive you. I release you. I return to myself. I forgive you. I release you. I return to myself. I forgive you. I release you. I return to myself. Feel the magnificent sweeping wave of relief that follows those words. You have let them off your hook, which means you are no longer tied to the fishing line. You have unhooked yourself. The poison is gone from your blood. The hot coal has been emptied from your pocket, and the cool, soothing night air is healing the burn. The contract is completely finished. The book is closed. The lesson is learned. You are entirely alone in this room, but it is not a lonely isolation. It is a beautiful, sovereign, powerful solitude. You belong entirely to you again. Bring your attention deeply into your physical body. Feel the back of your head resting so heavily on the soft pillow. Feel your shoulders sinking effortlessly into the mattress. Feel your hips, your legs, and your feet surrendering completely to gravity. There is no more work to do tonight. There is no more thinking required. There is no more analyzing. There is no more letting go, because everything has already been released. You are grounded. You are anchored in the deep, safe earth. You are resting in the eye of the storm, perfectly calm, perfectly centered, perfectly still. In the final phase of our journey tonight, we will drift into the deepest, most restorative rest your body has ever known. We will wash away the final traces of exhaustion and lull you into a profound, healing sleep. But for now, just breathe. I forgive you. I release you. I return to myself. Rest in your beautiful, empty hands. Rest in your cleared, open heart. Sleep is coming. Peace is here. You have traveled so far tonight, and now it is time to lay down all of your burdens. There is absolutely nothing left for you to accomplish in this moment. You have nowhere you need to be and nothing you need to do. Allow the soft surface beneath you to completely hold the weight of your physical body. Let your body go and feel it begin to sink deeply into the mattress. Awaken a profound feeling of heaviness inside every single muscle and bone. Your body feels so incredibly heavy that it seems to sink, melting into the floor beneath you. Bring your focus to the slow, natural rhythm of your breath. With every exhalation, allow your body to relax just a little bit more into the ground. Feel your belly rise slowly as you breathe the cool air in. Feel your belly fall gently as you breathe the warm air out. We are going to take a slow, gentle journey through your body, asking every muscle to finally surrender. Bring your gentle awareness all the way down to the very tips of your toes. Notice your right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. Notice your left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. Invite all of your toes to become completely heavy and still. Feel the soles of your feet relaxing, opening, and melting into the dark. Let the tops of your feet soften and release their invisible grip. Let your heels sink heavily into the mattress beneath them. Release all the tension you have been holding tightly in your ankles. Allow this warm, heavy wave of relaxation to drift up into your lower legs. Let the muscles in your calves soften, flattening completely against the bed. Let the tension in your shins dissolve and wash away into the night. Breathe deeply into your knees, letting the joints loosen, open, and separate. Feel the backs of your knees resting completely, without any strain. Draw this deep, soothing heaviness up into your thighs. Let the large muscles of your hamstrings surrender completely to the gentle pull of gravity. Feel the front of your thighs melting, becoming as soft and warm as melting wax. Let the bones of your legs become like lead, sinking deeper and deeper into the bed. Notice how wonderfully heavy your legs have become. Awaken a pure awareness of deep, profound heaviness. Now let this gentle wave of relaxation wash up into your hips and your pelvis. Let your pelvis sink heavily, feeling completely supported and held by the earth. Move your awareness to your stomach and your lower abdomen. For so long, you have held this area tight, bracing yourself against the anxiety and the exhaustion of the day. Invite your stomach to be completely soft, letting go of all resistance. Watch your abdomen rise gently as you breathe in. Watch your abdomen fall softly as you breathe out. Let every internal organ rest peacefully in the warm, comforting dark of your body. Draw your awareness higher up into your chest and into the center of your heart. The heart that has ached so deeply is now safe, beating with a steady, peaceful rhythm. Let your ribcage relax and sink down. Let the muscles between your ribs soften with every single breath you exhale. Feel your collarbones widening, allowing your chest to open and surrender. Move your awareness to your shoulders, where you have carried the absolute weight of the world. Put the heavy weight of the world down. Let your shoulders drop far away from your ears, sinking heavily into the mattress. Let the deep muscles of your upper back melt effortlessly into the floor. Feel the relaxation flowing down both of your arms, like warm water pouring over smooth stones. Let the tension drain out of your upper arms, releasing your biceps and your triceps. Let the heavy feeling drift down through your elbows, letting the joints completely unlock. Allow the relaxation to spread down through your forearms and into your wrists. Feel the palms of your hands falling naturally open to the night air. Your hands have let go of the burning coal, and they have dropped the thorny rope. Let your fingers curl naturally, resting completely empty and at perfect peace. Release your right thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, and pinky finger. Release your left thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, and pinky finger. Both of your arms and both of your hands are entirely asleep, perfectly heavy and still. Now bring your soft awareness up into your neck and your throat. Swallow gently and feel the inside of your throat opening, relaxing, and widening. Release the tight, gripping sensation of all those unsaid words and lingering fears. Let your jaw fall slightly slack, allowing your teeth to part safely in the darkness. Unclench your jaw entirely, dropping the chronic muscular strain you have been holding there. Let your tongue rest heavily on the floor of your mouth, letting go of the need to speak. Feel your lips softening and relaxing. Feel your cheeks becoming completely smooth, surrendering all expression. Let the tiny, exhausted muscles around your eyes finally let go of their gripping. Your eyes are so heavy, sinking deeply and peacefully into their sockets. Let your eyelids drape over your eyes like a heavy velvet blanket. Finally, bring your absolute focused attention to the tiny space exactly between your eyebrows. This is where the ego hides in the constant frown, in the tight, chronic sensation of trying to control your life. You do not need to control anything tonight. Let the space between your eyebrows smooth out, widening, flattening, and softening. Release the anxious frown. Release the tired thinker hiding behind the thoughts. Let your entire forehead become as smooth and still as a quiet lake reflecting the midnight sky. Feel the crown of your head relaxing, letting the peace wash entirely over your scalp. Your whole head is incredibly heavy, cradled perfectly and safely by your pillow. Observe your whole body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Your whole body is resting. Your whole body is deeply, perfectly relaxed. You are one continuous, flowing rhythm of peace. You are entirely surrendered to gravity, asking for nothing and resisting nothing. You are held securely by the earth, completely supported in this vast, quiet space. Breathe in, feeling the beautiful stillness of your physical form. Breathe out, sinking even deeper into the void. Heavy. So wonderfully, beautifully heavy. There is nothing you have to do. There is nowhere you have to go. Just breathe. Just rest. Sink deeply into the quiet dark. Let go. Your physical body is now resting in a state of absolute, profound surrender. You are heavy. You are supported. You are entirely safe. Now leave your resting body exactly where it is, and let your mind's eye gently open into a dream. We are going to take one final beautiful journey tonight. Imagine that you are walking barefoot through the sweet-smelling grasses of a quiet, open field. The earth beneath your feet is cool, soft, and forgiving. Above you, the night sky is vast and clear. There is a soft, golden moonlight bathing the entire world in a warm, ethereal glow. The golden light touches the blades of grass. It touches your shoulders. It surrounds you in a halo of absolute peace. As you walk effortlessly through the soft grass, you hear the distant, soothing sound of water. You follow the sound, stepping slowly, gracefully, until you reach the edge of a grassy bank. Before you flows a gentle, wide river. Look at the surface of the water in your mind's eye. The river is wide, endless, and deeply calm. The golden moonlight reflects perfectly on the dark, rolling water, creating a shimmering pathway of light. A cool, refreshing mist rests just above the surface of the water, swirling slowly in the night air. The stream rushes down swiftly, but all is silent around. You sit down gently on the grassy bank. You are so close to the water that you can smell its pure, crisp scent. You can feel the delicate, cool moisture of the mist against your cheeks. Beside you, resting in the soft grass, is a beautiful, broad, green leaf. Pick up the leaf. Feel its smooth texture in your hand. This leaf is a vessel. It is a tiny, perfect boat, designed by nature to carry weight effortlessly upon the water. I want you to think of the person you are missing. Take a memory of them, perhaps a painful memory, or perhaps a beautiful one that breaks your heart to remember. Take that thought, that heavy, aching image from your mind, and gently place it onto the leaf. Take the anger. Take the unresolved questions. Take the hollow ache in your chest. Take every future you plan together, every expectation, every longing, and place them all onto the surface of this single leaf. The leaf holds it all. It holds the entire weight of your grief. Now reach out your hand over the gentle, wide river. Open your fingers and let the leaf fall softly onto the surface of the water. Instantly, the gentle current catches the leaf. Watch it. Watch the leaf begin to float away. As the river pulls the leaf away from the bank, feel a physical sensation of relief wash over your chest. The weight you have been carrying for so long is no longer inside you. The river has taken it. The river is vast and powerful, and it carries the weight of your past effortlessly on its surface. Watch the leaf drift further and further and further away. It is slipping into the golden mist. With every inch the leaf moves away from you, you feel lighter. Awaken a feeling of lightness in your body. Your chest feels hollow, but not with pain. It is a beautiful, spacious, airy emptiness. Watch the leaf. It is now just a tiny, dark silhouette against the shimmering gold of the water. It drifts into a thick veil of silver mist. And now, it is gone. The river has swallowed the memory. The mist has hidden the past. There is another leaf beside you in the grass. Pick it up. Place the remaining sorrow onto this leaf. Place the fear of being alone onto it. Place the phantom touch of their hand onto it. Set it gently on the water. Let it go. Watch it float away, drifting, spinning softly in the golden moonlight, carried by the endless flow of the current. The river is taking it all away. Feel the immense, profound relief echoing through your entire nervous system. You are breathing so easily now. Your lungs expand completely, pulling in the sweet, cool air of the river, and as you exhale, the last traces of your anxiety flow out over the water. The disk of the moon passes through the water of the lake, leaving no trace. The water has no thought of engulfing reflections. The wild goose has no intention of leaving traces. Your mind is like the water. The memories have passed across it, but they leave no trace. You are perfectly empty. You are perfectly clear. The river flows on and on, disappearing into the mist, taking the past into the great eternal void. You are left sitting on the soft, grassy bank. You are completely unburdened. You are pure awareness, resting in a dreamy, golden light. There is nothing left to hold. There is nothing left to carry. There is only the soft sound of the water. Swoosh, swoosh. The river sings a lullaby of absolute peace. Let your mind drift with the mist. Let your consciousness dissolve into the golden moonlight. You are floating now, floating away from the bank, floating up into the starry night sky, weightless, formless, free. I release what is not mine. I release what is not mine. I am safe. I am whole. I rest in peace. Sleep. Let the river flow. Sleep. Deep, dreamless, healing sleep. The river has carried it all away. The mist has settled over the dark, quiet water. There is no more rowing against the current. There is no more trying to navigate the fog. You are resting now in the vast, open expanse of the night. You are floating in the great, empty, beautiful void of the present moment. There is absolutely nothing left for you to do tonight. There is absolutely no one you need to be. There is no pain you need to figure out, and no future you need to plan. You have laid down the heavy armor you wore all through the day. You have uncurled your tired fingers. You have emptied your beautiful, exhausted hands. Listen to the quiet hum of the silence in your room. It is a thick, velvet silence. It wraps around you like a warm, protective blanket. As you lie here, perfectly still, my voice is going to become a soft, fading whisper. Let my voice become a gentle echo inside your own mind. Allow these spoken words to become your own thoughts, sinking down, down, down into your deepest subconscious. Let these affirmations become your absolute truth. Let them be the slow, steady rhythm that rocks you into a deep, dreamless sleep. I release what is not mine. I release what is not mine. The memories have washed away. The heavy expectations have dissolved into the mist. The karmic contract is entirely complete. I'm completely free from the phantom weight of the past. I do not hold on to the ghosts of what used to be. I let them pass through me as silently as wind passing through the bamboo. I release what is not mine. I am safe in this moment. I am safe in this moment. Feel the solid bed beneath you. The room is perfectly quiet. The doors are locked. The entire hemisphere is asleep. There are no demands on my time. There are no expectations placed upon my weary heart. No one is asking anything of me. I am entirely protected in this heavy, healing, beautiful dark. I am safe in this moment. I return to my own peace. I return to my own peace. For so long, I believed my peace was tied to the presence of someone else. I believed my safe haven was held in their hands. Tonight, I take my home back. I call all of my energy, all of my love, and all of my peace back to my own chest. It belongs to me. It has always belonged to me. I return to my own peace. I am whole. I am whole. I am complete exactly as I am, lying quietly in this bed. There are no missing pieces. No one took a part of my soul away when they left. I am a perfect, breathing, living expression of the universe, resting in the eternal now. I am whole. Breathe in the profound, heavy stillness of the night. Breathe out the very last tiny remnants of tension in your physical body. Let your body sink even deeper into the mattress. Your bones are so incredibly heavy. Your muscles are so incredibly soft. I let go. I let go. I surrender my need to control. I surrender my need to understand. I give myself completely and absolutely to gravity and to rest. I let go. I drift away. I drift away. I am floating on the very soft edge of sleep. The waking world is fading into gentle shadows. I drift like a cloud in the empty sky. I drift away. The thoughts are slowing down. The images are fading out. Only the gentle rolling rhythm of the breath remains. Like small, tired waves rolling onto a quiet shore at midnight. Rising, falling. Rising, falling. I release what is not mine. I am safe. I am whole. I let go. Sinking deeper. Drifting further. There's nothing to think about. Nothing to figure out. Just peace. Just the breath. It is time to let go of the words. It is time to let go of my voice. You do not need to listen to me anymore. Let my voice fade completely into the dark. Let the sounds dissolve into the silence. I return to my own peace. I drift away. Safe. Whole. Letting go. Letting go. Drifting. Sleeping. Deep. Quiet. Sleep. Sleep.